Kodai Carlos said he thought this was a pretty big step forward for you. What did you feel about your outing tonight?
監督は大きな前進の一歩だったんじゃないかっていう話だったんですけど、千賀さん自身はいかがですか？
同じ感想です。
I feel the same way.
Why?
自分の投げたい球をコントロールできましたし、これから戦っていく中で、どの球もバッターとしっかり勝負できるような球になってきたなという感覚を覚えたので、すごいいい登板だったと思いますし、これを継続していきたいなと思ってます。
Yeah, I was able to throw all my pitches how I wanted to, manipulate them, and I think each pitch was up to the standard of competing with the hitter. And if I can continue this forward, I think I'll be able to string along some good outings.
Is this the best you've felt, maybe from a mechanical standpoint, or just like in terms of presence on the mound since you've returned from the injured list?
怪我復帰してから、メカニクスの面であったりいろいろな面含めて、一番いい状態でしたか？
力も入りましたし、本当にピッチングコーチ、ジョエルのなんていうんだろう、仕事の人、動作解析みたいな、人たちいろんな力を借りて、僕の頭整理がついてマウンドでしっかりいい勝負できたので、いい登板だったなと思います。
Yeah, I think it was a great outing. Thanks to the help of our pitching coaches, thanks to Joel, our data scientist, who's worked through all the mechanic stuff. I was able to put a lot on my pitches, and I think it was a really good outing.
What's the feeling in here right now as you guys, the losses pile up and you're close to winning these games and you just can't close them out?
勝てそうで勝てない試合、負けが続いている、ロッカールームの雰囲気というか、チーム内の雰囲気いかがですか？
もちろん負けたら重くなるし、勝ったら明るくなるっていうのはそれはもちろんだと思うんですけど、やっぱり負けることに対して、僕のピッチングもそうですし、負けるっていうところは何かしら、ミスだったり、もう少しのところっていうのはすごい惜しいのが出てるのがその結果だと思うので、チームみんなでしっかり次の試合に勝っていけるように、いいパフォーマンス出せるようにいい準備をみんなでできたらなと思ってます。
Obviously, if we lose, it's a little bit gloomier, and if we win, it's a little bit more cheerful. But I think the reason why we're not able to come out on top at the end is because we're all missing a little bit, that one little bit to put us on top. And I think it starts with the preparation. If we can all prepare as best we can and go into tomorrow and the next day, we'll have a better chance of winning.
What did you see as the key to getting a little bit deeper in your outing today?
長い登板にできたところの鍵になったものは何ですか？
でも6回いけてないんでまだ思うところありますけど、久しぶりに6回のマウンド上がれたなっていう印象で、しっかりいろんな球が全部ストライクゾーンに投げ込めたっていうところはやっぱ大きいかなと思います。
I think the biggest part was I was able to use all my pitches and I was able to land them in the strike zone. Although I was able to go for the sixth inning, but I still wasn't able to finish out the sixth. I still have a little ways to go, but controlling all my pitches was a big part.
When you're at your best, you're striking out a lot of batters. How do you kind of walk that line between getting some chase and swing and miss with showing some conviction in the strike zone?
調子がいい時は三振が多く取れてると思うんですけど、そこの三振を空振りを多く取るっていうところと、テンポ感ゾーンで勝負するっていうところのバランスをどう取ってますか？
基本的に投げていて、そのバッターのベース板でどの球も全て判断できて、やっぱベース板のあたりが自分で投げててもう遅かったり弱かったりしたらやっぱりうまく戦えてないですし、その分今日はベース板の強さはあったと思うので、それが今後も継続できてるなと思います。
I think it all goes back to the reaction of the hitters, what they're looking for. Obviously, if all my pitches are around the base and on, passing over the base, those are competitive pitches. And once I read the hitters, I have a better idea of whether to, approach them one way or the other. And I think I was able to do that today.
Were you expecting to get Albies in the sixth inning?
6回アルビースと対戦できると思ってましたか？
それこそさっき言ったミスの話につながりますけど、やっぱりその前のイニングまっすぐでしっかり入ってくるバッターに対してまっすぐでホームラン打たれてる、だから買いやすい決断をしやすくなったと思いますし、その可能性もあったからこそその前のバッターで抑えておかなきゃいけないなというふうにも思いますし、いろいろ反省点は出てくるなと思います。
I think it kind of goes back to the things we could have done better. There was that previous at bat, I threw a fastball to a guy that's waiting for a fastball. He hit it out. And if maybe things were different, I would have had that last hitter. Maybe not, I don't know, but it kind of goes back to the preparation part and making sure I can do everything I can right now, so it helps in the future.
Ryan, when you look at some of the struggles recently, what do you point to right now?
Yeah, just leaving too good of pitches, the pitch to Michael Harris, just right down the middle, breaking ball, and he put a good swing on it. And the pitch to Albies was actually a couple balls below the zone, and he put a kind of weird swing on it, but, ended up a good result. And, just got to try to keep working and try to figure it out.
It seems like you have a problem with the slider. Do you know why there's been a problem?
Just leaving it up. It feels good. The shape's there. Just got to change the sights a little bit, I think, to get it in a better location.
Is there an adjustment for you? In St. Louis, you were pitching mainly the ninth inning. Here you're pitching earlier.
Yeah, just trying to figure out that role and that routine to be ready when my name's called, and I just haven't been good.
How tough was this? Obviously, it was kind of the way you would have had it drawn up with you in the eighth. For the bullpen not to come through after the starter did his job. What's that like for you guys here?
Yeah, for everybody else to do the job and you not to do yours, it sucks. You never want to be that guy and be the reason the team loses. But all the other guys did a great job. And the offense did a good job. Just wasn't able to pull through.
Francisco, what's the most difficult part as a team of going through something like this?
Dealing with the ups and downs, daily basis, there's a lot of guys that are doing good things, and then there's a couple of guys that are not, and just dealing with the ups and downs and maneuvering and just sticking together is the most important thing of it. It's tough to, you gotta be put in a situation where no matter what happens, we stay together, we fight for each other, we play for each other, and it's definitely a test. It's a test that we're going through. It's big adversity. Everyone here has a sense of urgency of trying to win and want to win, and they're doing everything right. So it's tough to deal with the ups and downs at the end of the night.
How do you, as a group, stay together and maintain that confidence that you need to get it turned around?
Talking to each other. We have a lot of good guys here. We have a lot of clubhouse guys that believe in each other and that bring good energy on a daily basis. And they're the same guys whether they're doing good or bad. So, those are the guys that keep the group together, and then you have the guys like the coaching staff that pushes every single day to be better and to believe that we're gonna get through this. And at the end of the day, like I said, we have to play for each other and fight for each other, and understand that this situation sucks, but it's part of the journey.
Francisco, you've had a couple of really strong games in a row. Just what's kind of working for you? Is anything in particular clicking?
I'm getting the barrel to baseball. It's obvious, but it's the reality. You have guys like Chavez, Jeremy, Rafa talking to me on a daily basis, and there's a lot of people in the hitting group that are fighting for me and want it for me, and I'm on an up right now, and try to ride that wave as long as I can and stay true to myself.
Francisco, is this a particularly hard one only because you got a good starting pitching performance? You and Juan had big stolen bases that led to the go-ahead runs, and you guys still couldn't. You got the bullpen lined up like you wanted to. Like, it seemed like a game that you guys were designed to win, and just didn't.
It was a good game. It's just we didn't come on top, and it is hard. Every loss is hard. There's no difference whether you lose by 10 or lose by 1. We're trying to win, and it doesn't feel good to lose games. But today it looked a little bit better. It looked a little bit like the Mets way, where you manufacture some runs, the pitching staff does their thing, defense do their thing. They just play a little bit better than us today, So hats off, learn from it, and come back, and we have a big series coming up.
Does it make it even harder that you've had leads in most of these games and haven't won them?
No, it's a loss is a loss, and at the end of the day, the pitching staff they've done a really good job carrying us. So it's on us on the offense to pick them up when they're not at their best. At the end of the day, it's when we win together. When we lose together.
Is that tough offensively, just kind of like you mentioned, riding the wave when you have big leads and then all of a sudden you're behind and maybe your approach changes? What's that like from an offensive perspective?
The hitting coaches continue to emphasize to keep the foot in the gas, in the gas pedal as long as you can, and we have to play 27 outs, and sometimes we have to play more. So it's just at the end of the day, from the first pitch to the last pitch, we got to go all out. It's that time of the year where every little thing matters, and we're gonna be better.